Hey friends, it's Melissa and welcome back to Dream Daddy. So we're gonna hop in and we are dating Damien. So in the meantime, I had actually already filmed this episode before, but there was a problem with my voice file, so hopefully I took care of it. Everything should be fine now. But we're dating Damien. So Joseph's a heartbreaker. We don't deal with him anymore. We're going after Damien. So his name is Damien Bloodmarch. How do you do? I finally decided to join this information superhighway. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I will try my best to understand. I love long strolls through graveyards and spending time with my son. If you would ever like to chat about the latest in Victorian fashion, the inevitability of our own demise, or black cats, please send me a letter. On a Friday night, you are most likely to listen to true crime podcasts while I taxidermy my newest specimens. If you had one thing you would take with you onto a desert island, it would be a coffin. What are your turn-ons? Pronouncing bosom correctly. What did you want to be when you grew up? A bat. What's your favorite movie genre? Foreign art house horror. What's your ideal date? It's night. We're at an industrial darkwave club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. It's everything. What do you never leave home without? An upside-down cross. So we went from the religious one to the opposite. I spend a lot of time thinking about morality salience. Alright, we're gonna message Damien now. Also, we're playing as a new character. His name is Morty Rick. We're gonna make Rick and Morty references now. So, try to make him basically the same as my last character, because I just like the way the last character looked. I think the hair and the eyes are a little different, but that's about it. Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. I navigate to Damien's dad book page and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a moment before I see that Damien's typing. But then he keeps typing. And typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. Morty, I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter, for as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in as gentlemanly manner as I would have liked. Oh, well, there's more. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden, should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours, humbled, D. Bloodmarch. I stare at the screen and reread the letter several more times. Hey, Amanda! Amanda pops out of her room. Her eyes are a little puffy, almost as if she'd been crying. Hey, are you alright?
I'm fine.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm cool. I just found out that the succulent I've been watering and singing to for the last 3 months was actually made out of plastic. Even the dirt was fake. Oh, honey. Are you sure that's all you're upset about? If there's, anything going on, I just want you to know that I'm here for you, and I'll always be here for you. Whether you need a shoulder to cry on or a strong dad to go kick someone's butt, I'm only a phone call away. Thanks, Dad. I appreciate that. But I'm fine, really. I'm unconvinced, but I'll stop badgering her about it. I'm sure she'll tell me when she's ready. Can you help me with something? Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples. No. Can you interpret this for me? I turn the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand net speak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. This is the hot new thing. See, Dad, kids got over saying lol and LMAO or whatever and decided that they need to do was bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What?
Yeah.
Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill, Dad? How will we address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Or our dowry. Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you? Like the first 5 pages, and then I read a review of the movie. Still gotta be, though. Great, so what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Sure thing, dude. Regards, Morty. Amanda hits send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's it. I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor. Estate? The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. I pull the large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker and back, and a hollow sound echoes through the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil paintings of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Morty, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry, there was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked. I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Okay. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again, for some reason. This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Though, through extensive renovations, I have been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling. We walk past a door carved in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a Black Parade poster. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenage years are? Onward, onward, there's more to see. We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. And this is the library. Sunlight streams in from floor-to-ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed books, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room. Let's look out the window. I walk to the window and am greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Greg on his lawn. He's doing push-ups, with his daughters on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Damn! Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows? Wait, really? No. But Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Let's look at his butterflies on the wall, because he's got a lot. I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger. The pinner's gambit. Is that a thing? No. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a book. You know, Morty, in the Victorian era there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought the more tawdry novels would encourage youth into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work or school. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants. Okay, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back onto the shelf. That's a rare book from my private collection. Please, will you join me for tea? Sure, we're just gonna gloss on over that fan fiction smut. I follow Damien to his sitting room where finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high back chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What?
How delightful.
It's a common misconception that the high tea refers to the wealth or class of the people enjoying it, when in fact the high refers to both the latter time of day that the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the tables on which they were served. Oh. My dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. Your home is really impressive. Yeah. It seems like you've really put a lot of work into this place. Thank you. No one's ever complimented my home before. Hell, I can barely get matching salt and pepper shakers in my place, and look at what you've done. I'm kind of jealous. That's very generous of you to say. What got you so interested in goth stuff?
How delightful.
Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city? Sorry? Did you guys see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. You're serious? Of course. But it's, song. Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into sort of an obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and culture of those who came before us, I think. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there are many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and I try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals, would be admittedly horrid. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws and love it all the same. Tell me, Morty, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do, but I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the things they're passionate about is intriguing and quite honestly, rather attractive. It honestly is. If you're ever on a date, don't talk about yourself. Ask somebody, like, what inspires them or what makes them happy. And if they don't answer, then you know not to go on a date with that person. Please, do tell me about your hobbies. Quick, sound sophisticated. Love me some word jumbles. The written word fascinates me. We spend so much time using words, and I think people would appreciate them more if they had to unjumble them. It's poetic, really. Oh, so you're a writer. In a sense. I am a writer. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches. Come, I have one more thing to show you. Ooh, what else do you want to show me? Damien takes me around the back of his home where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it and butterflies flit lazily through the air. My garden. It's beautiful. Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off of a vine. Lilium bulliferum. The orange lily. What do you think this one means? My loins are ablaze. Thou art the tightest. 3 cheers for sweet revenge. We're gonna go with revenge. Yeah, okay. The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Well, and that's precisely why floral arrangement is so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? We'll go with sunflowers. They remind me of sunshine, and you can eat the seeds as a delicious snack. What a practical choice. My stomach grumbles. Aw man, now I want some sunflower seeds. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. He would put together a bouquet for me? Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly, a phone rings. Oh, Morty, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls a cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. This makes me wish I had put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I had tried to start that one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. Oh, hey, a gargoyle. Oh no! I knocked over the gargoyle! Yeesh.
Fix that guard.
Oh gosh, okay, this looks okay. Nope, okay, let's do this. No, that's the head. That's the head. It's this piece. No, it has to be this piece. Ah! It was upside down.
Goal.
Yeah, we did it! Legendary! Nice. I'll take it. I'll take it. Please don't pirate games. I won't. Whew, that was a close one. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset. Morty, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything alright? Damien worries the hem of his cloak with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucien. What's wrong? He appears to have, well, his teacher needs me to come to school post-haste. Do you need help? Oh no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go! And he'll never need to find out about the gargoyle. Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo.
I don't know.
Hey Damien, you're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the "my kids are in trouble" rodeo. What is it this time?
Oh.
This, Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall in step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into darkness. Watch your step. I can hear faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of the creepy basements. We find another teacher in a boiler room tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucian and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucian has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around. What happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucian tried to kill me. The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You promised there was wine down here. You tricked me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a second. Lucian, did you try to cask of Amontillado, Ernest? I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turn to Damien and whisper to him. What's cask of Amontillado? It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down to a cellar with the promise of a fine wine of a fine vintage, and then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucian, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here? That Ernest was just going to sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot, but then he realized that I lied about the wine. And you were cackling manically. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes. Dad.
Huh?
It took you 20 minutes. Son, we just did an entire 2-week unit on the cask of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucian was leading you into an elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages and then read a review of the movie.
What?
It's only 5 pages long and there is no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me, so when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in... Oh, sorry. I didn't realize it was Lucian. You guys are always telling me to engage in the literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell. Don't do whatever that was. Again, you two are both suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucian high five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home, Mr. Bloodmarch. You too. Thank you for your meditation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Lucian, Damien, and I all pile into my car and begin the drive home. Lucian immediately puts his head up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you and I see that you're struggling. So if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Maybe you can spend this next week looking for a summer job. I know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Lucian continues staring out the window. Love you too, Dad. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucian hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you, and he and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright, and all things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was pretty good, so there's your silver lining. There is that, yes. I admire how you handled that. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. It rarely does. You're a good dad. See you around soon. It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy.
Eh?
I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo! What you watching?
Yeah.
Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition. Ugh, I hate the show. The couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made out of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with bemused expressions, both of their heads touching the low ceiling. I told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg. Why don't they just get a regular sized house? I don't know.
Huh?
How'd afternoon tea go? It got strange. We had to go to the school to pick up Lucian since he lured Ernest down to the cellar with the promise of a fine vintage and then tried to brick him into the wall, right? How did you know that? Has everyone read the story except for me? Lucian livestreamed the entire thing. This entire day is beyond me. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy's a character, but he's really good company. And a surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too. Yeah, try to exercise regularly. I do not. I should, though. Fang.
Wow. My stars, this... Never in a million moons have I had a date such as exquisite as this one.
Aww! That was nice! Okay. So, that is our first date with Damien, all completed. Again, I did already play that one because this is a re-record, you know? This is my second time filming it because my sound messed up. So I hope this one's fine. But thank you guys all so much for watching and being here. If you guys liked this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment down below and let me know what dad you would like me to date after I'm done dating Damien. That was a lot of D's. And if you guys want to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode, you guys can click. I'll have it somewhere below me. And if you guys want to watch another episode of Dream Daddy, you can watch Joseph, who broke my heart. And that'll also be down below. But thank you guys all so much for being here and for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye! Bye-bye!